Gate Outdoors with my co-host Rob on the road and Jason from Pest Hunter Outdoors. Thank you all for coming. We are celebrating Veterans Day. As a veteran myself, and some people who celebrate veterans, I know Jason does regularly. He helps out with the VFW or Legion that you help out with, Jason.
Like I said, I'm going to have troubles hearing because
Jason, do you help with the American Legion or do you help with the VFW?
VFW.
VFW. Okay. He helps out with the VFW folks. He can't hear us very well, but now I'm the one with the hearing problems, which is really weird.
No, like I said, my speakers died.
What I mean, did they power dead or battery dead?
Power dead. Like I said,
okay.
You plug them in, they don't work no more.
No backups, huh?
No backup. I have to get another set.
Do you have a Bluetooth speaker?
Yeah, my computer's not Bluetooth.
Oh, look at that. Oh, see if we can get that picture up where we can use that as your...
I mean, I can put my headset on, and then Molly won't be able to hear. And then if she turns up her computer, we'll get the feedback.
That's true. Or she, I have no idea.
See if I can get that closer.
I can't see what it is. I do like your sketches, though. I literally just got home about right before 7 o'clock. So I spent all day in Des Moines. We went out to eat at the Outback Steakhouse, had a free meal, that kind of thing. Oh, that's cool. You're good, dude.
Have to ignore the cup it's stuck to.
I don't care. Still good. I like it. Does everybody have their coffee?
Yeah.
Jason, Rob, you got your coffee?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a good yeah. You have coffee, but not good coffee.
I'm at work. It's work coffee.
Oh, I apologize. But I want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day, and I want to thank each and every veteran and their family members who are family members of veterans who have gone through and stood by the veterans who are both here and who never made it home. As a son of a veteran, my dad was a Marine. I only use the word was because he passed away 26 years ago. And my father-in-law is a Marine, and my wife is an Air Force veteran. So as you can see, veterans run in my family, literally. Unfortunately, it's going to stop at me in my side because I don't think Ian's going to do it. He can't physically do it for medical reasons.
All righty. Audio check?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I put my headset on.
Well, if we have to say something to Molly, tell her, love you, Molly. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Give her a hug and everything for us. But there's probably going to be a lot of competition with Veterans Day lives and stuff like that going on. Big Matt's doing his thing, and I'm sure there's a lot of other. We got Devil Dog's probably doing his thing, and so forth and so on. Belt Loop's doing his thing. If they're not doing it together, so. I know a lot of veterans who are on here who both, I can name quite a few channels that are veterans. Let's see, what's a couple good ones that I know of right off the bat. Sean from Corporal's Corner is a big obvious one. Dave Canterbury is a veteran. I'm not sure a lot of the people who do the things that some bushcraft, but we do a little bit of everything. By the way, Jason, I did watch your little live with your, she said got down to 32 or so.
Oh, yeah, for several hours.
And everything was okay, though?
Oh, yeah.
Good. But I'll just let you know I did watch it.
Yep.
I liked it and everything. I just didn't comment. I did watch it though.
Yeah, I put out 3 shorts today.
I only saw the one.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a ginger that's about ready to bloom, and it looks like it might be the shampoo. Ginger.
okay, if you have a ginger, do you have a Marianne too?
No.
Dang. Had to ask. This is Ginger Rogers. And that's a whole different ballgame. Hey, love. Oh, here's Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
She had shrimp on the Barbie for supper tonight at Outback Steakhouse, and sweet potato, a baked sweet potato. I had green beans and steak. But freebies are given, something, because one of the things that we acquired, not for me, mind you, for Jenny anyway. Oh, I gave it to her already. Free haircuts.
Ah.
She likes getting her hair cut from time to time, and if we don't have to pay for it, I'm all good for that. But there's a lot of, there was so much stuff that was going on, I couldn't do it all. So that's pretty much stayed at the library and just hung out there and watched videos and stuff. Learned a lot about different things, as you should every day. You should always learn something new. Does anybody have any veteran stories that, a veteran you'd helped or helped you or anything like that?
I help them all the time.
You guys helped us you helped us as veterans in the past.
I do it every day.
Yep. And thank you for what you do.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was a very big, I want to say, not exactly influencer, because she actually was the president of the state of Iowa's Ladies Auxiliary for the VFW. My aunt was one before her. And my dad was a member of the VFW for years and years and years until he passed away. And I unfortunately have not joined yet, because I guess what you want to call it, imposter syndrome. I didn't feel like I did enough in order to be a member.
Yeah, but you need to be a member of that. You got the American Legion.
Right.
But they can help you with a lot of the paperwork that needs to be done that they can help you with the VA.
Right. Because I especially need to get redone for my hearing. Because if I can get my hearing paid for my hearing loss, then that makes things a lot more interesting here at home. A lot of our bills would be covered by that alone. Please forgive me. It's not all about free stuff, though. I mean, I put a lot of time in the service, and 16 years, in fact. And while I miss it, but I don't, if that makes any sense. Because
it makes sense for me, because after I retired, sometimes I miss it, but I don't miss doing all that work and being responsible for it.
I get it. I think I got to turn my volume down on my YouTube side. I didn't do that. There we go. I was echoing on my side.
Yeah, like I said, I get a lot of the veterans that come into the store. Some of them all the way back to the Korean War still. Maybe a couple of the World War II survivors. I mean, those are getting very rare.
I've seen a couple.
Yeah.
My dad was in during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah. And yesterday, the very last code talker passed away.
I heard about that.
107 years old.
Wow.
That's impressive.
It's sad.
He was Cherokee, though, right?
Lost.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But like I said, they can't live forever, and neither can we.
No, but there's a whole language lost to the chroniclers of time.
Oh, no, they still speak it up there in Arizona.
Navajo. It was Navajo. They're not lost, Rob. There are still people who speak fluent Navajo. It's just that they're trying to bring it back in schools in local areas and stuff like that. Try to keep the
language alive.
Yeah, keep the heritage alive, not just in what they do, but how they speak and so forth. So it's very much veteran related, and if you ask me, but they had to go through a lot to be where they're at, and the fact that the code talkers, oh man, I've seen the movie, so don't. I mean that's about as close as I got to knowing anybody like that, and that's just mind gets blown.
Yeah, I've met a lot of the Native American tribes there in the Arizona. They do speak it out, but they don't have it recorded. What's funny is I asked about it, and they said that they have the same word for several different things, but it's all in pronunciation.
It's all about inflection, I think, isn't it?
Yes. It's how it's said.
That makes sense.
Oh,
I think Gaelic's the same way.
Yeah, my supper's ready. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the word that Jason typed in the chat with your name, and he spelled it ROOBB. And my dyslexia is like, huh? I've looked at it like 5 different times and tried to figure out what's wrong with it. Then I realized there's 2 O's instead of just 2 B's.
He's not paying attention, is he?
I think he was trying to say, Rob, that kind of thing. Unlike some veterans, they were offering stuff like watching military movies and stuff like that on, at the theaters and stuff for free. But I would see a lot of veterans would have issues with that due to PTSD and such.
Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Like what?
Well, a lot of veterans have been through, quite some rough times.
Oh,
I can't see them thinking. The one thing I want to see is a reenactment of Iwo Jima being blown to ribbons. I just don't see them taking it.
We do like our military, World War II films here, but not the blood and guts stuff. Nowadays they get really more realistic, so to speak. Hacksaw
Ridge is pretty good.
And but there's a bunch of others. I like to watch. Jenny and I like watching. What was that one movie you like, hon? The Great Escape.
All right, I'm listening. I'm back.
Good movie. Whilst based on a true account, it's massively blown out of proportion.
Oh, it's cinematic, obviously.
Yeah.
But the events were true, but exaggerated. But my grandpa never talked about those times when he, that's one thing I never got a chance to talk to my grandpa about because he was there. He was over there, but I didn't know anything about it because they didn't talk about those things with kids.
They didn't need to.
Well, remember, I'm a Gen X kid, and Boomer adults didn't think kids needed to know that.
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Yes, you are a Toys R Us kid, but I think that's more Cliff than you and I.
It's like I'm trying to do research into the guy who raised me. Unfortunately, over here we don't put a massive stock in anything other than mainstream regiment history. There's
a couple of places you can check with. It's not 23andMe or anything like that, but there are some other ones that do more racial profiling of your genetics. They can tell you where you yourself are from genetically, but not names and dates or anything like that.
So it's all, we know the guy's name. That's not the issue. It's the Burma Star Association collapsed into itself several years ago. So now it's like it's not looked after. So you might get an update on there once in a blue moon. Their records are not very well kept.
Mm-mm.
It's mostly on Facebook, which tells you all you need to know about its truthfulness.
Well, there's ancestry.com, which I actually followed my dad's side of the family all the way back to England. And everybody's
We do like, so over here, Ancestry.com has a military branch. However, as you might imagine, like anything else, if you want to use it, you get to pay a small fortune.
right.
And considering knowing that the records for the forgotten conflict are patchy at best,
Oh yeah.
it
No
seems
doubt.
a bit redundant to pour money into a website when you've got an almost 90% chance of having no records.
Well, I followed, like I said, I followed my family back to, on my dad's side, my mom's side, which is the Irish side. That one gets sketchy. When it gets to a certain point, it just kind of stops.
Well, I've been to the National Memorial Arboretum, which has arguably the most extensive Burma conflict records, and even they admit it's far from near complete.
Oh yeah, I bet. Because
So it's all reliant on, oh, do you remember old Joe used to sit in a pub? Well, he was served in this regiment in Burma. It's all a lot of that.
yeah, he
Which
like
is
secondhand
good,
accounts.
but it don't help me find out much.
No, like me, because my grandfather's name was Kincaid, and and the spelling of Kincaid is what the name I use on here is his last name. Is the fact is that it's not the standard Kincaid from Scotland or Ireland. It's a sept branch, and you know for a fact how many septs there actually were of each. That's where it gets diluted a lot, because there's this spelling Kincaid, the standard Kincaid.
Yeah.
Then you get, well, ours is the way I spell K. It's actually Kinkade, which is same pronunciation, different spelling, because they did it to keep people. Wait, say you're from this family, so this is how you're going to spell your name. But you're all the same family, but different spellings. So I'm related to all of them, but I'm like way down the line.
Now, a lot of times, because this happened to my family, back before the turn of the 19th century, when people came over, in the Great Rush, a lot of people came over. They didn't know how to read or write. So the person that was interviewing them for them to come into the U.S. and Canada actually had to phonetically spell their name. That's why there was a lot of changes.
Well, yeah. Okay. In one of the books that I read by S.M. Sterling, the main character's last name is Howell. His main character's name is Mike Howell. But his grandfather's name, when he came to Ellis Island, was Finnish. Miliharu is how his name was pronounced. But the guy could not spell it or pronounce it. So from now on, your name is Havel. So changed his whole name altogether from a Finnish name to a Polish name, because they didn't know how to spell Miliharu. And I know it's got there's some Y's in there, there's a lot of L's in there, and a whole bunch of other letters that I can't really spell, especially just as a dyslexic. So I'm glad that my family is Irish. It's kind of hard to tell, because the Irish Kincaids were both on both sides. They were Kincaids in Ireland. There's Kincaids in Scotland. And I may be wrong, so someone out there can correct me. There may have been some Kincaids in France, as they were mercenaries, I believe. But that's just word of mouth down the line type of situation. Okay, I just saw something. It just kind of stole my attention here. I think a bug just flew past my screen. No, I think it was a fly.
Squirrel.
I know I've got. I'm a little bit autistic, but that's a little bit much even for me. But
Are you 100% certain it's not a penguin?
I'm sure it wasn't a penguin because it flies. It flew past my screen. And it's not Kowalski either. If anybody knows who Kowalski is, you understand who I'm talking about. It's one of the few penguins I can remember off the top of my head. There's nobody in here. We've got one extra person in here. I don't. Who is that? Molly? If you're in here, please put a 1 in the chat. Let me know you're here. I know we're here. We were here before we started.
Well, I think you're right. I think there's going to be a lot of people out doing veteran-related activities.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
I mean, to be fair, I can't say much. I uploaded a veteran video service today.
I will have to look and watch it.
It's only about 20 minutes. It's only about 20 minutes. It's from Sunday just gone.
Let's see here. I'm going to see here. I don't see anything right off the bat, unfortunately.
It might just be one of those nights.
You'd think there'd be more on here than I see, but I don't. I don't see very many of them. I see some small posts here and there, but that's about it. Most of the videos just wishing, all the veterans, a good Veterans Day and everything else, but that's about it. A lot of them are just gear review videos. But I mean, as a veteran myself of many years, I had to explain to somebody today when I was going to pick up the free cards for Jenny's haircuts that they thought Jenny was in the Army when I said, "Oh, Army Air Force." I go, "No, she was Air Force. I was Army Air Force." They go, "Really?" I get that. Like, that's too. What's so hard to, the Air Force came from the Army originally.
Yeah, the Army Air Corps.
It was the Army Air Corps before they split up. It's not uncommon for people to bounce back and forth.
No.
Especially in 1947 is when the Air
not in
Force
1947, mind you, but
yeah.
Back in 1980, 1990s type, 92. Well, actually 91 to 92 is when I went in, but back in, I should say.
There are records in the UK of soldiers being awarded various medals in all 3 branches because they have moved laterally between the 3 of them.
Oh yeah,
during conflicts.
I think it was
because we very much adopted, especially in the First World War, a case of we need people here, off you go.
I mean, I know a lot of Navy people get Marine Corps badges and honors for being corpsmen for Marine units because they're part of the Marine Corps and vice versa. The Marine Corps is part of the Navy, vice versa. And I know only a few people who's gone Air Force, Army, like myself, but usually it's the other way around. But not very many. And I get the radar jokes because of where I'm from, what I used to do, and what I became. So, being born in the same area where radar was supposed to be from, being an admin and a medic, the jokes were horrendous. They weren't even good jokes, which was really bad. It didn't stop me from loving the movie, the TV show, the movie and the TV show. Just saying. That's probably why I became one in the first place. But 4 people in here. I'm gonna put 1 in here. I know you're 1 in here. I'm gonna put 1 in there because I know I'm in here, and I know you can't do that, Rob, because you already got your phone.
Yeah.
I almost took a picture of my challenge coin on my laptop to represent, all the people who helped me over through the years and stuff like that. And, me being Air Force. And I've actually worked at a post that was actually all services, which was the Presidio of Monterey. And I do mean all services: Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard. All went there for linguist school, because that was, they, ever since they shut the one down in San Francisco, the one in Monterey is the only one they got. And I didn't put in for that post. I got stolen into that post. But I think it is a good thing. I learned a lot. I met some really cool people. My Air Force recruiter named John Chalmers, he was a staff sergeant. And he and I became friends way young in the service, which is really weird. I met him and his wife, Vita, out in California, but I met up with him after I got out down in Missouri, which is like, how the heck are you doing in the middle of the country where I'm at? We met at a reenactment event, which was like really cool. But a lot of reenactors in the military, folks, just to let you know. Now, I don't have a lot to say about veterans other than my own personal experience. I've dealt with a few. Jenny's dealt with quite a few where she works. And they a lot of them get really surprised when you realize she's a veteran. She goes, but you don't look like a veteran. She gets that a lot too. But she is, and I love her. That's all that matters. Now we can change the topic to something else if you guys want to. We can whatever you guys feel up to talking about, I'm willing to talk about. I did see some really cool gear videos and stuff today, but whatever you guys are up to, it's fine by me.
Well, like I said, going back to the military thing, they're going to try and start up a swarm here where I'm at, which is going to be the CBs. There's actually quite a few CBs here.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I've only met, I think, maybe one CB in my life, but those guys are really, really badass. That's all I can say about those guys. I mean, I've watched the old John Wayne movie about the history of the CBs. I'm not sure if you've seen it. One of my favorite movies. It's one of the few movies that he dies in, unfortunately. But the way that it came about and all this other stuff. You know what CB stands for?
Construction Battalion.
Yep. Most people don't know that. So the letter CB is the letters C and B. And those guys can put in a complete airfield in probably about 3 hours. From full jungle to landing strip in about 3 hours. And that's with back in predated 1942 technology. Imagine what they could do today with the same deal. They were just like probably less than that. I don't know a lot of Navy guys, to be honest. My cousin's a Navy guy. My uncle was Navy. But that's about the only Navy's people I know, to be honest.
Yeah, the only person.
Oh, no, correction. I'm correcting myself. One of the ladies I work with at Renaissance Fair, she was in the Navy Corps Band. That counts, right?
Yep.
She does Renaissance fairs around the Midwest too, so she's a flautist.
If they pass basic training, they're military.
Yep. If they said I do, and they did, that's all that matters.
As the only person in my family that's been in the military is my dad.
Well, your dad counts, and well, thank him for his service. What service was he in?
Marine Corps.
Oh, that's right.
Radio man.
You, me, and Jenny are all Marine Corps brats. My dad did something with his gear when he got out, though, because he got out in '63, 4 years before I was born. But he's still a Marine, no matter what, as everybody knows. And he went up to somebody when he just got the day he was released, grabbed all his uniforms, found somebody his size, and said, "Here, take them." And every time I tell Ian that story, Ian cries. You know why? You've seen the way
Ian wanted it.
Yeah, Ian would love to have his grandpa's gear. I think it makes him closer to his grandfather. Who knows? Because Ian wishes he could go in, but he can't due to the medication they have him on and his conditions and stuff. They will not allow him in the service, unfortunately. He's been banned. But
It's a shame because he'd make a great E3 with his procurement abilities.
E4.
He'd be the ideal person for the secret mafia for acquiring equipment.
Oh, the E4 mafia is a thing. It is real. And guess who was a member of it?
He would be perfect for the job.
Well, so was I.
His ability to locate items.
Acquisitions 101. If it's not nailed down and no one saw you take it, it's yours.
You see, it's a bit like the British on tour. If it's not nailed down, we'll take it. If it's nailed down, he's got a crowbar.
Yep, exactly. And a winch, if it's an
The
engine.
British perfected the fine art of borrowing without permission.
Wasn't that the SAS who started that?
No, it's the British on holiday. Well, our little gallivants during the Victorian era, we stole everything.
Including brides.
Then the SAS came along and showed you how to do it with a combustion engine.
Yeah. Don't forget you got John Paul Jones too, was before all that.
We can talk. Hey, Howie, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Howie.
We're just doing
Hello.
veteran stories and stuff like that. And as a veteran myself, the son of a veteran down here, and I believe you don't know if you're a son of a veteran, Rob, or not.
So my mum's medic corps.
You're
My
okay.
mum's a
You count.
medic.
You count.
And the person who raised me was a Burma POW.
Oh yeah, you count.
From the oh yeah. Yes, from the greatest forgotten battle.
The people from the Burmese were tough.
Oh yeah, almost forgot.
Well,
Go ahead, Rob.
almost.
Okay.
Yeah,
please
if you-
correct me
if you
if I'm
ever
wrong,
want to-
guys. The Burmese had the Gurkhas,
If you ever want to look up,
right? I'm asking a question for. Sorry,
oh sorry, what was
the
the question?
Burmese were they had the Gurkhas or no?
Oh no, they're Nepalese, the Gurkhas. They're from Nepal.
Oh, was it? Okay.
So if you ever want to see just how bad the Burma conflict is, they quite literally used prisoners of war to shore up a railroad.
Gurkhas were in the Burmese.
They served, but not from Burma.
Yeah, no,
They're
but
Nepalese.
there's a story that I remember hearing about a former Gurkha who was traveling through somewhere, and a bunch of rebels took over a train, and all he had on was his kukri. He was retired, by the way. There was probably about 23 of them, and when he was done, he was the only one standing and saved the entire train.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was back in
You heard it.
2010.
You know which one I'm talking about. And the fact is that they wanted to honor him so much that they reinstated him into the service just to honor him, just to retire him again.
So if I remember rightly,
You know the story, so you know what I'm talking about.
so there was about 40 or something off them trying to
I
take this.
thought it was 23. I didn't think it was 40.
And no, I have to pick my words carefully because of YouTube here. He removed from the gene pool some of them. He ensured some would never procreate the gene pool again. And he did it all while protecting an 18-year-old girl from undergoing something we can't talk about.
Okay, between 15 and 40 robbers. His name was
I think it was Bishnu.
Shrestha. I can't. Please forgive me about the pronunciation. It's
I think his first name was something like Bishnu or Bishu.
Bishnu. I'm looking right at it.
That's it.
Bishnu Prasad Thrishna. And it was back in 2010, and he was 35 at the time. He was traveling from Ranchi to Gorakhpur, and by a train. And when 15 to 40 robbers armed with guns, daggers, and tangis, I'm not familiar with what that last one is, were robbing and injuring other passengers. He was asleep at the time. When he was awakened, when he was preparing his hand over his valuables, when the 18-year-old girl was grabbed by the robbers, and they intended to rape her.
There you go.
Called out for help, and that's when he pulled out his large kukri that all Gurkhas carry and attacked the criminals, injuring 3 right off the bat. Said 3 bandits were killed and 8 more were injured.
There we go.
He just said he was just doing his job because I was a soldier and I would get paid to protect citizens of this country. I will not sit back and watch passengers be looted.
Yeah.
Those are his words. Those last words were quotes from him. And I've seen, what the damage a kukri can do. There's a TV show I used to watch that teaches shows what would happen if you put one warrior against another. And these guys with the kukris, oh my God, they had a Gurkha on there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Those guys know how to fight.
Breed. Yeah.
Yeah. He prevented the assault of the girl, and they continued robbing the passengers. But they were all arrested.
I can be fairly certain that by the time the police arrived, they were begging to be arrested.
Oh, yeah. He got injured in his hand after receiving 2 months of medical treatment. And the
dark part about it, if I remember rightly, he actually served in the Indian army, not the Nepalese army.
Give me a second here. Indian Gurkha Regiment.
There you go. Yeah. So not even in his home turf.
He was just on the train going to Pradesh. He was asleep when they started asking for his valuables.
Depending on your viewpoint, he was either in the right place at the wrong time or the wrong place at the right time.
No, they were in the wrong place with the wrong person on board. But yeah, as one of the bandits was snatching a woman's earrings, he pulled his kukri and wow. But my favorite one is the fact that they reactivate him just to honor him, just to retire him again.
Yeah, but he wasn't pensioned out originally. I think he took voluntary retirement initially. That's why he was going home on a civilian train.
Right. And it says that is it's
a very interesting story.
The victim's family offered him cash reward. He refused it, explaining fighting the enemy in battle is my duty as a soldier. I firmly believe in that.
What?
And taking on the thugs on this train was my duty as a human being, even more so. But his regiment gave him a cash reward of 50,000 rupees, terminated his voluntary retirement so he could get a customary promotion, which gives the medals as well as cash rewards from the government and special discounts on certain air and train travels. I bet the train company themselves would probably give him something for that too, because he protected the people on the train. I mean, I would, but
It's a very the Gurkhas are a unique breed.
oh, they are a whole different animal. Hey,
Massive
CR.
unit. We have a detachment who protects the king at Buckingham Palace.
Now, those guys know more about what I would. Okay, kukris are not your standard knives. I know this, but knife fighting in general, Gurkhas are a whole nother level compared to everybody else. There's nothing they can't, with the exception of flying. Those guys can pretty much do everything. Though, give them one a plane or a helicopter, they will probably fly it. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it because I've only seen documentaries about what they do and how they do it, but their mentality is a whole nother level. And they're peaceful people, which is really, really nice when you talk to them. They're very soft-spoken generally. That's one thing I do know. Apparently, you're now Robe, not Rob.
Just having a look, looking up the Gurkhas, I'm not suggesting that there may be some institutional issues going on here, but the highest rank a Gurkha can ever achieve in the British Army is a woman officer class 1. That's rubbish. Hello, Mark. Yes.
Yeah, they can only get major general. They can't go for full-on general, can they?
Woman officer class 1, which I'm not sure what your version of that is.
Oh, no. The Queen's Gurkha officer, highest rank is major general. In the Myanmar Army is major general. British Army is major. And that's about all I could see right now. Please forgive me my skills when it comes to researching other armed forces. Oh, senior general in the Myanmar, or they changed it now.
That's not a British rank.
No, Myanmar, I said. Myanmar, Myanmar.
Myanmar.
No, look, it's spelled different than that.
Yeah, Myanmar.
Myanmar.
Yeah.
There's an N in there, honey.
It's literally pronounced in 3 syllables. Myanmar.
Yeah. The British and the Indian armies typically reach the rank of major, which is the Queen's Gurkha officer, or GCO, or honorary Havildar sergeant, and with some Victoria Cross recipients, which is the highest you guys can get, right?
The VC is the most scarce medal on the face of the earth.
But a lot of Gurkha soldiers got them, from what I gathered.
Yeah, so there's been 3,500 Medal of Honors, and I think there's like 1,300 VCs.
How many of those are Gurkhas?
$26.
That's a lot
Marcus
for one group of,
opinion known.
What?
Marcus is making his opinion known.
Oh, yeah. People are gone all day.
Yeah, yelling at me for those wrong.
In fact, one of our VCs, and we don't do this, is given to an American.
I know one of them. I can't remember who it was, though.
It lays in the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington.
Well, he's really vocal.
Today he is.
He's mad because we were gone all day.
And the VC is the only medal that cannot be removed from a person. You can never be stripped of it.
You're right. 26 were awarded. 13 of them were actual native Gurkhas.
Yeah.
Awarded to British officers and Gurkha regiments, 13. First awarded in 1915, last awarded in 1965, before I was born.
Yeah, because the Gurkhas haven't been involved in any of our stupid freedom movements.
Nope.
I think they should be given a medal just for their sensibility.
Hello, CR.
I said hi to him earlier when he came in.
I had to run and get the water for the dog.
Ah. Welcome back then.
If you ever get time, Jeremy Clarkson does a whole series on the VC, and it's very good.
I don't like Jeremy that
Oh,
much.
you'll enjoy it, believe me. It's not comedy in the slightest.
No, I just don't like him in general as a person. But that's me, I guess. I guess I am colored by the Top Gear show that he did.
He
Him
does
just being an
one of the
arrogant-
episodes is on. I think it's his great grandfather's a VC winner. Does an episode on the greatest raid ever, which is just an astounding feat of British ingenuity and utter balls to balls lunacy. Where they go to take out a German naval pen with boats made out of tin and explosives. Only the British.
61 of the Medal of Honor winners here in the States were Canadian.
Hmm.
They were serving with the U.S. Armed Forces when they received the Medal of Honor, which is a high honor for over 35,000 recipients.
Yeah.
As of November 20 of this month.
Yeah, you had one awarded this actually quite recent, in the last few months.
Mm-hmm. The only woman to get it is Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. She was a Civil War surgeon.
Usually the case, if a woman gets it, the chances are it's medical.
Well, yeah, she was a doctor too. So
there's only 3 people in history who've won the VC twice.
Wow.
Making it by far the hardest achievement in living history. 2 of which were medics in the line of combat, and 1 was an infantryman, a lowly infantryman. Won it twice. Say what you want, but he is officially the toughest man ever.
Oh yeah. I just did a search on the American who won the Victoria Cross. I guess 4 of them, 5 Americans total. But the first one to do it was William Henry Harrison Seeley in 1864. The other 4 were in World War One, as part of a Canadian expeditionary force. Included Belladin Hutchison, William Metcalf, and George Mullen.
CEF.
I hope my pronunciation of these names are okay, but I don't.
So yeah, the CEF would have been serving under the British, hence why they got them.
Right. So just there's some they're tough. They're tough people. Tough. I don't know. Yeah.
Special breed.
And
of course, there can only be a limited amount made because the substance it's made from is a finite amount of material. It's made from a cannon captured at the Battle of Crimea. So when that runs out of metal, you can't have no more.
I think I talked to you about Audie Murphy before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That guy, I guess, created a whole new corps by himself, and his instructor, his battle buddy, I guess, for sniping.
There you go.
Yeah, I watched that guy.
Oh, he's. If you want to learn history, that's the guy to learn from.
Oh, I follow him.
Yeah.
I will sit there and just zone in on his stuff and start listening to the stories and all that stuff all the way through.
Interesting.
My favorite one is the D-Day one.
Which one?
The one where they're going to be going in for the D-Day, and he's doing two sides of the story. One
Right.
guy, the British guy. He's got the American guys. Well, we'll bring our own stuff. Look, we got a portable star for Japan. We can bring our own. Docks?
Yeah.
Our own port. Yeah.
Oh, the Mulberry docks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fully inflatable, tough as nails, somehow made of concrete docks.
Mm-hmm. Well, how
That
do you get
float.
across the ditches? Well, we'll bring our own bridge.
Yeah, bring a bridge with us.
Yeah. They still have those machines that you can that bridge gaps
Mhm.
nowadays that are like, you need a place over that cavern. Well, give us about 20 minutes. We'll have it done.
Yeah,
As the Army Corps of Engineers and the Seabees are the ones you have. Those guys. I'm sorry. Those guys are just on another level. I met a few of both. One, but the rest I met a few. They were being trained as linguists. That's the only reason I know them. Now I processed them through the system. In the Air Force of all places. But I met some really cool people when I was over in California at the Presidio, including a few people who officially did not exist. But that's okay.
Yeah, I forgot to mention earlier that my grandpa was actually in the Canadian Royal Navy.
That's right. You mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
But your dad was in the U.S. military?
Yeah, my dad was in United States Marine Corps.
That's cool. Sorry.
Said I
Little
think I
tired.
still have family in BC.
Huh?
I think I still have family in BC and Saskatchewan and Manitoba.
You have a dual citizenship, though, don't you?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, yeah, because your mom is.
Yeah. I haven't officially signed it, but yeah.
You should. That way you should be able to cross the border without having a passport.
Well, I already have a passport. I'm not worried about it.
I know you do, but that's beside the point. You wouldn't need it if you signed the freaking paper.
Yeah, CR. I can come and visit CR soon. I won't need a passport.
Think of all the seeds you guys can hand across, take across the border.
It's Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and BC.
Technically,
You can go see
speaking, you
Howie,
have the
too.
passport anyway. Just don't get caught.
Say what?
You don't,
CR
you
knows
don't
what I'm
ever
talking
need
about.
a passport. Just don't get caught.
There's some places that are across the United States that are not manned. That the borders goes through, like that one guy's house that we discussed before.
Mm.
I'd still like to go meet Rob in that one place in Connecticut, I believe it was.
Vermont.
The library?
Derby line.
Yeah.
Derby line in Vermont.
Vermont. I'd go to Vermont, bring you a backpack full of your gear, and just hand off to you and then walk back. Well, we'd hang out for a while, then I'd walk back. They didn't say I couldn't leave stuff there, just that I couldn't stay there or go out the back door. Right?
Yep. By the way, CR, I'm going to keep joking about that, by the way.
We joke about a lot of stuff on here.
I wait for CR to go, we're 51. We're 51.
No more of those jokes. I think it's poor taste. Especially since the person who started it.
Well, No, one of the things on the forum is, yeah, we'll accept the 4, but not Quebec.
It's the same person who decided that the Gulf of Mexico is the Gulf of America.
Actually, Trump has nothing to do with it.
He started it
Mm-mm.
because most people won't accept it, and I won't accept it. So it's like saying Pluto's not a planet. I don't believe that either.
It's a microplanet.
It's a what's the key word in that whole thing? Not micro.
Micro.
It's not micro. It's planet. It's a planet. Not planetoid, not moon, but planet.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's Neptune that swivels around it. That's Neptune's problem. That's a whole different, topic, and I'd rather not go into astrophysics and planets and stuff. That's Jenny's area of expertise, not mine.
What?
Saying that I'm still not going to call Pluto still a planet in my book.
We're old school. Pluto's a planet.
See? If Jenny had a choice, she'd colonize Pluto just because.
Because it's there.
Huh?
It's there and should be given freedom and liberty like everything else you guys love to visit.
Can you imagine if you had, one person would probably go there, set up a hotel.
If the British went there, we'd nick everything.
You'd nick the whole planet.
The Americans would go there and stick an oil well in just in case.
Yep.
What about the Australians?
Well, the Australians would just stick up a bar.
Which everybody would go visit. True? Be the one hangout everybody goes to.
The whole race to Mars thing. I've seen American trucks. You can't turn left or right. You're not getting to Mars anytime soon.
We've been there, but not.
There's a
physically.
corner. What do we do?
Yeah.
Make another left turn.
Yeah, let's go
Remember-
left for a bit longer.
Remember,
How much
3 lefts,
longer?
you make a
5?
right.
I'm fairly certain in all pickup trucks in America, all sat navs just display ovals.
Can I make a suggestion? Don't use sat nav. Use maps, real maps, physical printed books.
Actually, you can't do that. You've deported all the Spanish speakers who drew your maps in the first place.
No,
Now
I
we got
didn't.
Rand McNally.
Now that Dolly's been around for ages, over 100 years. Because
I mean, Jesus Christ.
on
You-
traveling.
you-
Go ahead.
You're getting immigrants to marry your president. Even the Nationals don't want to do that.
Hmm.
Didn't Rand McNally do the first GPS? Well,
I think it would be.
But
I had a round when I was in high school when I started traveling around the United States using a quarter. The map I had. There was no GPS back in the day, and I got to meet some very interesting people, see some very interesting places by using a quarter. And you're probably going to wonder why or how.
toss a quarter on the map. Where do I go today?
Nope, not exactly.
Every junction you get to, left, right, depends on the coin.
Exactly. But it has to be a direct left or right. If it's like partially left, that's one thing. But if it's got 2 directions to choose from, then the quarter came out. And I left it on the dash until I needed it. And I'd give myself what?
Steve Wallace did something similar with a spin wheel for every junction. It is the most hysterically bad video I've ever seen.
I don't
You
use
can
a
just
wheel.
see, like the old spinny wheel where you have an arrow and you spin it around left, right, straight on.
Right.
And it's hysterical because you can see where he's clearly had to cut out going back and forth on the same stretch of road for a couple of hours.
I didn't do anything like that.
It's like using a magic 8-ball.
I've ended up in the middle of Missouri, in the middle on different weekends, mind you. And once I ended up in the middle of Illinois, But here's the only thing that I had is that I could only travel as far as I could get in a single weekend, there and back again. I had
Well,
a
if you're
time. If I can't
if you're
get back
traveling
in
through
time, I
Illinois, it's about 5 yards.
get.
So much bloody construction.
No, now, but remember,
If
this
it's
is
not
back in.
if it's not construction, it's snow. They're your two seasons.
Well, this is back in '87 or so when I was doing all this back in the day, and the only instructions from my mom and dad were, give us a call, let us know you're alive.
Mm-hmm. I remember those days.
That's all I needed. It could have been a week later. As long as I let them know I was still around, I was okay. But I do have planned places that I plan on going now that I'm getting closer to retirement age. Unfortunately, forced retirement, possibly due to circumstances. But Jenny and I want to travel Route 66, even though it's not what it used to be.
You can, you can still see most of it if you take your time.
Oh, I plan to. I mean, I know some of it doesn't exist anymore, but a lot of stuff does. And it's the history of the thing for me. Because back in the day, that was like the epitome of car travel back in the day. And Jason, he travels with Molly all the time in his minivan, which is basically the same thing as someone in their camper nowadays. And half the journey for me is the journey itself to not just the destination. And I like being able to say, I've been there. Like I've been to the Great Meteor Crater in New Mexico. I think it's New Mexico. Yeah, I believe. Or was it? Yeah. How many people have been there? I'm not sure how many people on here has ever been to it, but Howie's still here. Thank you, Howie, for being here.
Well, you'd be surprised to learn I haven't.
No, I mean, yet, because you haven't been past the Mississippi yet, have you?
Yeah.
Where to?
We did the big loop out to New Orleans.
Okay, you traveled on the other side of the Mississippi. Okay, I'll give you that. But I've been from coast to coast. I've been to both oceans and the Gulf of Mexico. Yes, it's still Gulf of Mexico, folks. I've dipped my toes in each one. And the thing is, the mountains and the trees mean more to me than oceans. Even though the planet is much as water as it is, I still prefer trees. But I want to see. I like seeing things for myself. At least saying I've been there, I've done that kind of thing. And I plan on shaking Rob's hand one of these days and saying, "Hey, here's your gear. Take it home with you." I do plan on shaking Jason's hand again. If everything goes well, next spring. And I just need to know, do I need to bring my fishing pole, Jason? Jason's not here right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Jason's gone to do a thing.
Yeah, you know about the get together gathering they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Down in Texas, where I get to meet Big Matt in person and quite a few other people that I have never met in person.
Yeah,
but that's the plan. Now, whether the execution is going to make it or not, I don't know, because I plan on driving when I do, and I want to make sure my truck is structurally sound enough to make it there and back again without breaking down.
Well, that would help.
Yeah. Well, considering it's a 2001 Ford F-150, might be a little bit of a challenge because it's going to be by that time, it will be literally a 25-year-old vehicle, which is considered technically vehicle-wise as an antique.
Really?
Yeah, 25 years.
Jesus.
You didn't know that?
That's nothingness.
I know. Oh, sorry. My correction. It depends on which one. Antique is when it's 45 years or older, but by some definitions, it is 25.
You've got a 45-year-old Volvo. It's considered barely broken in.
Yeah, but not in here in the States though. Over
No, because
there,
you can't
yeah.
have anything. You can't have anything European in the States for like 100 years in case we damage your economy. I might be slightly bitter about the stupidity of the place.
You don't have proper roads over there. That's the problem.
Yes, we do.
In
We have
Germany,
actual
yes, but
roads.
not in your roads. Your roads are too narrow.
No, our roads are roads. Yours have to be wide because you can't work out not to hit each other.
But that's the whole
I've seen
point.
those.
You have not
Those
seen
police
Death Race
chase
2000?
videos. Yes, I've seen those police chase videos. I have got serious questions about why they bother fitting wheels.
But where did most of the higher power cars come from back in the day? United States.
Germany.
And where do they move to after they were in Germany? To the States.
I'm still trying to work out how you guys have cars that produce 700 brake horsepower and struggle to hit 40 miles an hour. Like, how is that possible? What is going so wrong in your cars?
Well, horsepower and torque are two different things.
Yeah, it's like you're allergic to it.
No, it's the transmissions. They don't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
They don't drive stick anymore. Everybody's always automatic this, automatic that.
It's why we like American cars over here. We buy your cars, don't retune them, put proper petrol in them, none of that Johnny Polar Bear rubbish. And you suddenly have these ultimate machines. It's
Okay.
great. We love it.
Classic cars are considered 20 years or old, but not
Oh,
older than 45. So my truck is technically a classic. But the truck I wish I
Then
still
again,
had was my 1971 Ford F-150.
you
That
guys
one-
still consider the 1800s ancient history, so
Not really. Remember, I was born in 65, so it wasn't that much history for me.
what, the 1800s?
My grandpa was born in the 1800s.
Yeah. But American schooling, education considers that to be ancient history.
Well, they think anybody born in the 1900s is considered ancient history now.
Well, yeah. We point out they have door frames older than your entire country.
Yes, they are, Howie. They are cheaper to insure when they're 25 years old. But they're very hard to repair parts-wise.
That's because you guys don't have an automatic thing like we do. You guys have a more disposable version.
Well, I want my old 1970 Ford F-150. You know, my dad had an F-100 that he gave to me. Yeah, I had the good one back in the day.
I've always wanted a 1951 F-100 in limo black.
Mine was a in teal green, and in my first marriage, my wife then convinced me to sell it because we said, "Oh, we got two cars. We don't need the second one."
No offense, but I would have sold her.
That's why she was my first wife.
It's a truck versus wife. Well, it's been lovely.
But I did sell it to a police officer who was going to take care of it. So I didn't just sell it to a junkyard or anything like that. Someone who actually was going to take care of it. I don't know whatever happened to it, but I wish I could have kept it though, because I missed that one. I mean, it's not my first car was a 1975 Chevy Nova Custom.
My first car was, I think, Yeah, I think it was a Peugeot 106.
How did you fit in a Peugeot?
Well, I've had a few of them. I've had
Yeah,
a
but
few
how did you
cars, to be
fit in
honest.
one as tall as you are? Those are
Yeah.
not big cars.
No, they're not particularly spacious. No,
Did you just have to, like shoehorn yourself in, or what?
we used to have an original Fiat Panda.
Okay, you're going to have to explain that one. I've heard the term, I don't know what it means.
Right, let me have.
I remember I have watched a lot of British Top Gear. They mentioned the word panda before. I don't know what that means. And when it comes to British vehicles.
I'm back.
So,
Welcome back, Jason.
now, what would have been the equivalent? I'm trying to think what was the equivalent of a Fiat Panda is in the States. Well, you guys have to Fiat. Oh no, you don't, do you?
Do you have anything for a 2001 Ford F-150 SLT there, Howie? Let me know. I could use the parts.
So the Fiat Panda.
I remember them talking about that one before.
How I'm trying to think of a small car. What's the smallest car you guys have on the road at the moment?
See, besides the Mini, which a lot of people love the Mini for some reason.
Oh, the Mini you've got is not a Mini. It's ridiculous.
It's the modern Mini. Yes, I know.
No, the modern Mini was the prototype for the BMW 1 Series.
No, that's a big sedan there in England.
Not the truck.
No,
SUV version.
the Mini has less interior space than a Fiat 500.
Smallest one, I would think.
Chevy Spark. The Fiat Panda was smaller and more basic than that.
Well, see.
The
In fact, just Google Fiat Panda 1980s.
The smart car is one of the smallest one.
Oh, part of crap. Yeah, just Google Fiat Panda 1980s. You'll see what it looks like. They did two of them. They did the Fiat Panda and they did the Fiat Panda Sizely, which was a full-time 4x4.
It's an SUV.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, I know what it looks like. It looks okay. I had
It
an
looks like a Hot
83.
Wheels.
I had an '83 Dodge Colt, 4-speed. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's similar to the Gremlin. Those
Oh
sort
no,
of
the
cars.
Gremlin was that's a whole different animal on the Gremlin. But yeah.
The design, it was that sort of size. Actually, no, the Fiat Panda was smaller than that. Looking at that, yeah, they're smaller. The Fiat Panda only came in a 1000cc engine option. It had fiberglass doors, fabric rollback roofs.
Oh, are you talking about the? There's a 2025 Fiat 500e electric vehicle.
Oh, they're ugly.
Oh yeah, that's an actual current production vehicle. So that is technically the smallest, which is smaller than the Mini Cooper and the Mazda Miata. It's only 143 inches long, and it's got 3 wheels. Now, I will not be buying a electric vehicle anytime soon.
I borrowed a Ford F-150. Is it what they call the electric, the hybrid? Is it Lightning?
Lightning.
While I was in the States, and do you know what? If I had to buy an electric vehicle, that would be the one.
But at least it's a hybrid. It still uses gas.
Well, the thing that got me was, unlike a lot of hybrids and electrics, you lost no interior space. It was still full. You still got all the bits and pieces. And it still had a range for about 750 miles.
Because it had a gas engine, too. Because that's the reason. But it's still not as good as a regular, personally gas vehicle, because I can travel across the United States and fill up anywhere I want. You can't do that with an electric car. And I don't care what they say. Making somebody buy an electric car because they want us to is no reason to do it. It does.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not
fine.
cost effective because you can't afford the batteries if they die. Because
Nice.
they're like $5,000 per battery.
And then you also have to pay disposal fees.
We have to, you have to
Disposal,
pay.
yeah, you pay for all that stuff, which is the average person cannot afford
And do you know where they send them to be disposed?
overseas.
Asia.
China.
And the thing is, this makes no sense.
All the way to China.
What if someone say, okay, you got to drive an electric vehicle, but you can't drive a gas vehicle. So I will put in a wood gas engine and use that.
They'll get a train.
Huh?
A train.
You do know there is such thing as called a land train.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real deal. It's got wheels,
Yeah.
regular wheels, but
Yeah.
it's all steam powered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the range is, but as long as you have water and fire in it, it'll run.
Sorry. Now, if I'm going to get an electric vehicle, it's going to be a golf cart.
I can understand
They
that.
are
I'd
good.
still rather have a
They-
gas powered one, to be honest.
They are good fun.
Yeah, they
There's
are.
a place when I go up to backpacking up in northeastern Iowa called Harper's Ferry, and 3/4 of the town runs on golf carts.
Well, it's like Mackinac Island.
Exactly. There's another island that allows no vehicles at all. They're horsepower. They're only use horses.
Malta.
No, Malta has cars. It just doesn't need them.
Hey, CR, what kind of vehicle do you drive? Is it a truck? Is it a car?
He drives the only Oscar Mayer Wheelermobile outside the US.
By the way, I've seen and have pictures of the Wienermobile.
Yeah, it's 9 dog power.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to. He's not
Still-
safe.
CR doesn't drive. He has people to drive him around.
Yeah, like I
That
said, we
sounds
get
like Ian. Ian wants to drive so badly because his car is a 1995 Ford F-250, which looks exactly like my 150, but it needs a lot of work. You're a wiener now? What?
You heard it here first, lads. CR is a wiener.
Yeah, we get the
Winky
electric
Jack.
golf carts that work. They'll do 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
range sucks.
Uh,
That's the big problem. You can't.
run 2
One of
miles.
the things that electric cars will do is restrict people from traveling. You know that.
That's what they want.
Exactly, which means I won't do it. Which is why I like to walk a lot.
If I had an electric golf cart, that's what I'd be driving to work.
It's like the one Iowa farmer that went to go see his brother in another state. He lost his driver's license, so he drove the only thing he could do to get to see his brother. He rode a lawn tractor over 700 miles, I think, on a tractor, a little lawn mower, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, wow. I thought it was that guy, but it turns out to be another guy. Guy named Gary Hatter drove a lawnmower 23,487.5 kilometers or 14,594 and a half miles back in 2000, 2001 across all 48 continuous United States, as well as Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, that's almost the circumference of the planet.
He's got the Guinness World Book of Record. Alvin Strait.
19
He's the one who did it. He's the oldest person to do it. He's traveled from Lorenz, Iowa to Blue River, Wisconsin. Now, doing that in a golf cart, if you could get away with it, more power to you.
No, the golf cart's just to go back and forth to work.
Can you get it registered, though? That's the question.
Yes.
Can you handle the winter is the question.
Yeah, you can put cabs on them.
Put what on them?
A cab.
I can't hear you.
A cab.
Yeah, I was understanding that, but I was talking about the tires.
Yeah.
Is
Put bigger tires on them.
That's two-wheel drive, right? Not four-wheel?
Yeah, they're two-wheel.
Can you make a four-wheel drive golf
They
cart?
make them. They make them.
I did see something that I think even Rob would love to drive if he could. I saw a 1966 FJ7 or FJ6 mail truck.
We had
It
a
was-
couple of your little the Jeep mail, you know, the
Yep, it's a Jeep. It's a Jeep,
the Jeep. Yeah, we had a couple of those for sale over here a couple of years back.
and it's four-wheel drive.
Later, Howie.
Be well, Howie. Thank you for coming. And they got it to run. They found it in the desert. They brought it back. They got it running.
Yeah, they pop up over here because they come off the military bases.
I think if you could get that fixed up, Jenny and I were watching the guys when they were getting it started on YouTube. That we were coming to. Ian should get one of those, and he make it into a little home on wheels
Yeah, they make good little campers.
because it is a truck, obviously right-hand drive, obviously. But they got it to run after all these years. They needed to put a battery in and fix a couple hose blockages and get the brakes working. But it started. And that thing is older than I am by a year. And that tells you how tough Jeeps are.
Yeah,
Those
those are a
guys-
military contract.
The Jeeps I knew they were, but the Jeep mail trucks, they said normally they're not four-wheel drive. They're generally two-wheel drive. And where they found it in the desert, I'm trying to figure out what was the need for a four-wheel drive in the desert, especially a mail truck.
Area
Rural
51.
roads.
And if you had yourself an option to get one, Rob, would you get it?
Oh yeah, they come up regularly. They just go for big money.
And can you imagine you driving around in a U.S. mail truck over there, and they're trying to figure out why you're driving it?
We see a lot of American service vehicles on the roads here.
Well, they said it'd be set for your roads already, so you don't have to worry about you'd be used to driving it.
they're quite common over here, to be honest. American vehicles like that.
But not
'Cause
mail trucks,
it's
are they?
cheaper to flog them. It's cheaper to sell them than it is to fly them home off the bases.
That's true. I didn't know they had mail trucks over there.
Well, someone's got to deliver the mail like Lakenheath.
Jenny would know more than I would, because I was stationed in
USPS.
Germany. I have actually driven on the
USPS
Autobahn.
to,
Yay. But then again, I've also been to Luxembourg. Not many people have been to Luxembourg. That's from where I live anyway. Have you been there?
Luxembourg, yeah. It's like 4-hour drive from here.
And it's basically you can bar hop the entire country in 2 days.
It also has some of the strictest motoring laws in the world.
I didn't. I rode with a friend of mine who had his own car. I didn't drive. Not because I didn't know how or couldn't. I'm the one that made his driver's license. So, yeah, that was like the DMV. I wrote out military driver's licenses for people when I was stationed over there. But I got to go visit Luxembourg, which one of the places you'd never think to see when you're in high school, because and it's like this tiny little country on the globe. Back when they still had globes that actually meant something. It's just a little dot on the globe that you'd never think why would I need to know that type of situation? But the military allowed me to travel there. And I got kicked out of a German carnival once for being too good, if that makes any sense.
It was when everyone talks about Americans talk about globes, it reminds me of this famous Stephen Fry quote where he was telling us about lecturing in America. And he went to a bookstore to buy something, some atlases or whatever. And he overheard a gentleman in the biggest surprise Texan accent asking for a globe. Now, I can't do a Texan accent.
Don't worry about it.
And
Oh, you can?
the woman-
Okay, to help you understand how to slow your speech down and
lean each word onto the next. Yeah, I just can't do it.
When you get to the R's, stretch your R's. You should be fine.
So he says, this individual asked for a globe, and the poor girl behind the counter was sort of like, this globe, showing. He goes, no, a globe of America.
There's no such thing as a globe of America.
An American asking for a globe of America. At that point, you have to stop questioning the dumb stuff that happens because now you understand why.
I still like my globe if I had one. So, because I would use it to point out where all the countries I've visited. I have been around the world once, maybe twice, but I've never been north and south, if that makes any sense.
I just want a globe that says "Here be dragons" on all of it.
I would. You know how much that globe is worth? That has that on there?
Not fortune.
But let's see here.
It's like the old maps that rather than have like America on it because America hadn't been discovered, it just said sea monsters.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, not massively inaccurate.
No, nothing is actually. Even our map is not technically accurate. You know that, right?
Yeah, because it's drawn to a flat scale, which doesn't work.
Exactly, and the scale is not to scale due to the fact that the Earth is
America. According to all maps, America is bigger than all of Europe.
It is.
Not on the way it portrays it on a map.
I know, but
geographically,
when you measure out the amount of the area of each state, not including California, Texas, and Alaska, obviously, of the three biggest. Even Iowa is bigger than most countries.
Was it? I think it was Trump. I could be wrong. Who said something about how he doesn't understand how other countries think they're so great. Texas is bigger than everything, or words to that effect. And Australia just put a map of Texas inside Australia and said, when does it grow?
Australia is unique unto itself. But remember, Texas is more populated than Australia.
Well, Australia is the only place in the world where you can set your sat-nav and its instruction says, drive straight for 3 days.
Probably, yeah.
That's how it's trying to give someone a scale of a country where there's no turn for 3 days.
You can do 2 or 3 days in Texas, I believe, depending where you start.
Yeah, but
the Great Lakes are bigger than some places.
The
Great Lakes are bigger than some inland.
And they don't give up. Yeah, and they don't give up their dead.
Yep, I think it's Lake Superior is the main one for that.
That's the one.
Because it's so cold at the bottom, nothing comes up.
It's so cold.
It's
so cold that shipwrecks don't rust.
Yep. The what was that? The Fitzgerald.
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Is the one that they have the big song about.
That was
And
its 50th anniversary yesterday,
yep,
day before.
Yep.
just recently. And I'm surprised they don't bring in full on submarines to go really diving in there.
No, you're not allowed to. It's banned. Absolutely zero diving on the wreck.
No,
It checked.
I said the lot, not that wreck. I'm talking about the entire lake itself, just to see what's down there. Because there's more than one ship down there. That's just one of many.
Well, they reckon there's 32 shipwrecks effectively next to the Fitzgerald.
And I know there's sailboats in there. There's rowboats. There's ships like the Fitzgerald and others.
Steamboats.
Was there steamboats?
Yeah.
Probably some canoes. Who knows what else they have out there.
Well, oddly enough, Lake Superior isn't that deep.
It's deep enough.
About 500 meters.
In some spots, not all of it.
No, a lot of it's a lot shallower.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from Lake Erie, which, to be fair, is the poor child of the Great Lakes.
1,332 feet max
Yeah,
depth.
about 500 meters.
I didn't know.
It's not that deep at all, actually.
My metric system thing is still messed up with my head. I understand what it is inches wise and centimeters. I get that, but it doesn't convert in my head naturally because I'm dyslexic. Let's see here. That's 4,370 meters. Sorry, reverse.
No.
Reverse that.
It's
I got it
3
reversed.
foot to a meter, give or take.
I got it. Dyslexia again. Wrong button. 405 meters. Told you I'm dyslexic. I get things backwards.
Crater Lake is the deepest in the US.
Mm.
That's over a mile, isn't it?
I will give 10. No, it's only just short of 2,000 foot. I will give 10 points to anyone who can guess how it got its name.
Volcanic.
The crater.
That's right, it's a crater. Actually, Jason's right. It's a volcanic crater
It's still a crater.
because it's the better part of 2.5 kilometers up above sea level.
It's in Oregon.
Nope. Crater Lake, yes, Oregon.
That looks rather beautiful, actually. Might have to add it to the
Almost
list.
got it crossed with Tahoe.
Tahoe comes in at number 2 on the deepest lakes. I'd say I'd like to visit it, but apparently you can't visit anything in America at the moment because it's all shut down.
The Baikal in Russia is
It's the deepest lake.
5,369 feet deep.
Yes, but in Soviet Russia, the lake is deeper than you.
No. The Caspian Sea is technically a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why? Because
No.
it has locks.
It's got what? It got locks? Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see here.
It's not. The Caspian Sea isn't tidal in that sense.
Lake Tahoe is actually pretty deep.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough. And
But
it's
isn't Lake Tahoe man-made?
No, it's natural.
1,644 feet deep.
Which is the man-made lake in the States?
A lot of them. Colorado
A
River.
lot of them. Yeah.
Oh, Rathbun and Red Rock, which Jason and I have both been to. I think it's Red Rock we were at, Jason. That's man-made.
Well, yeah. 99.9% of the lakes in the U.S. are man-made lakes.
Well, I think it's. I'm not sure which one it is in Iowa. Here, give me a second. Okay, Lake Red Rock. Yeah, there's submerged towns. There's several submerged towns under Lake Red Rock.
There's several lakes in the U.S. that are like that.
Yeah, but this is just Iowa, and the towns they lost were Coalport, Cordova, Dunreath, Fifield, and Red Rock, and Rousseau.
We have a couple like that here, and our water levels have been so low you can visit them. You can visit the towns.
We're in some places where we were at Lake Red Rock, the roads are still going to the towns.
Mm.
From the shore. It goes right into the water and stops because it keeps on going underwater.
Yeah, no, same here. They just flooded it.
And I've always wanted to know what was down there. If their buildings are still standing, and if they are, was anything left behind that might be valuable?
Wow,
You know?
The buildings will still be there to a point.
Because I remember watching a TV show about what was it called? It's about these two hillbillies who used to make things to do different things. I can't remember what it was called. Give me a second here. I gotta look up the name here. They actually created an electromagnet to find saw blades at an underwater sawmill. They had to create a raft to hold the electric magnet to find the things where they can make knife blades.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. No, that's not it. Hillbilly Blood. They used to do DIY build everything, and it's actually a pretty good show. You might like it. One guy made bows for a living. The other guy made knives, and if they didn't have it, they made it themselves. They even made a air conditioner for one of them's mom using was it chlorine? Was it chlorine? No,
Ammonia.
ammonia and a fire. They just put it through a pipe and they heated up the pipe and it circulated around enough to keep his mom's house cool. I don't know how well that worked, but Red Green is Canadian, not American. Though I do love Red Green. Duct Tape is king on that show. And I have seen Duct Tape Forever. I'm not sure if you've ever seen any of the shows, Rob, on Red Green. I think we lost him.
Uh-oh.
He may have to be working or pretending to work at the very least. Rob, are you there?
He's making it look like he's doing something so he doesn't get caught.
Probably. But have you ever seen the TV show Hillbilly Blood, Jason?
No, I have not.
You should look it up. It's a really, really good show. It's sort of like MacGyver meets it's like they don't have any the stuff they need. They make it themselves.
Yeah.
Situation. And they've gone gem hunting and finding like sapphires and stuff like that. They've gone, like I said, they made knives to sell. They've gone ginseng hunting. They've gone a little bit everything to make money for their families. They just, how they create the items that if they didn't have it, they made it. And half the fun for me was what they could, they'd go pick something from nothing and
What they
make
came up
something.
with. Yeah.
They made smokers out of refrigerators.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people who've done that.
Yeah, but they just took a broken refrigerator from the dump and just hauled it home and made something out of it. Now, I've been trying to find where I could find Hillbilly Blood episodes, but I'm not sure. I might be able to find it on my Roku, which would be kind of cool. I like watching that show. I just got to find my Roku. Oop, that's not it. Please forgive me. I have to. I'm kind of stretching because I've found some really interesting stuff that could pretty much found nowhere else. That was only on for 2 years, though. That's the only thing. Sort of like watching Planet Mechanics. I'm not sure if Rob knows about them or not. You ever heard of them?
It doesn't sound familiar.
It's a British TV show about these two guys. One's former military, and the other one I can't remember where it is. But they do self-sustaining renewable energy projects, and they had to build it, kind of thing.
Can't say I've heard of it. That's not to say that doesn't exist over here. Definitely doesn't sound.
I like shows like that, so I watch all that stuff all the time, and when I can find them.
Yeah. If you ever, I'm not sure if it's quite your cup of tea. There's a guy called Dick Strawberry. He's a former.
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
He's one of them.
He does some great. Have you seen his Chateau?
No.
A good series. He buys a castle in France.
Nope. Roku can't even find it. And Roku can find everything.
We like Dick Strawberry over here. He's a bit of a.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dick
yeah.
Strawberry was one of the two people. He also did a survival TV show with David Canterbury.
Oh,
If you didn't know.
Oh, I didn't.
Yep.
That said, survival shows over here never really do well.
Well, he was using his expertise to help build survival things to do. They did different challenges and stuff like that. But Strawberry, he was I loved his mustache for one, but I loved the show. And but Planet Mechanics, I used to watch it all the time.
No, I've not seen that one.
And it was only on for 2 seasons back in 2008.
That's right. Well,
That's when National Geographic actually had some really good shows.
so there's a very real chance it never screened in England.
Say that again. I'm having trouble hearing you.
There's a real chance it may not have screened over here.
Well, it says it was it's a British TV program.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it was screened here. You get a lot of our TV shows that we apparently never heard of. National Geographic was only available if you had like the top end packages.
Probably.
And I don't know how much your digital TV costs, but over here it costs a fortune. You could easily pay a week's salary for digital TV over here.
Wow.
Well, you're the people who have to pay for TV over there, right? Just even over the air regular TV.
We don't. I mean, I don't watch TV myself.
Most people nowadays don't because they can stream everything on their phones.
Yeah.
And they're still expecting you to pay for the service, even if you don't have a TV in your house. And they demand,
Well,
we got to see what we got to inspect your house. Make sure you don't have a TV in there.
things like no, you can have a TV. It's can't be tuned in.
Huh?
You can own a TV. It just can't be tuned to receive BBC channels.
That's what Roku's are for. Be all internet.
Because things like Netflix, Amazon, all that Disney are losing customers, not gaining them.
Yeah.
So what's next? You know, if all these companies are losing their customer bases, where are they going?
To other services.
It sure as heck isn't YouTube.
Mm-mm.
I mean, YouTube is rapidly becoming a bit of a joke. It's an interesting. There's a scientist who does a lot of STEM lesson plans on YouTube, and she wanted to test the theory, so she put her lesson plans on a certain adult website and makes more money per view on that website than she does on YouTube.
Right.
Not inappropriate content, it's just her lesson plans. She puts them on another website, and she makes more money off it. It says it all, don't it?
Nope, can't watch it on Roku. Sorry, I got lost under looking up TV shows where I can find them because I know they exist. I just can't find them anymore. And there's been like a resurgence of old TV shows on. There's a channel that shows nothing but old channels, old TV shows, sitcoms, National Geographic TV shows, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm getting tired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've both had fairly long days.
I just slammed a whole 1 liter of coffee, and I'm still almost. I mean, less than 2 hours, I slammed a liter of coffee, and I'm still tired. I shouldn't be, but I am.
Sounds like it's time to turn in.
Say it again.
Sounds like it's time to turn in.
Pretty much. Just to let you know, Rob, you're sounding tinny to me because you're like far away.
It's my office. Yeah, I mean,
No, you're far away from your microphone, is what I was saying. But I hope I sound okay because I forgot to ask you guys because I mean, usually Jason lets me know if I'm sounding terrible or not.
No.
So today's good. Yay! It's a good day. But I think I'm going to let it go, and hopefully we'll see everybody tomorrow on Jason's Live at around 7-ish,
give
or take 7, 8, depending on what it is. Any particular topic you're thinking about promoting, Jason, while you're here?
Not yet.
No ideas?
No idea. It just might be normal chat.
Normal chat? Well, you were just talking about your barrel heat system thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
how's
mean, I
that
can do it.
working for you?
Did you get the link I sent you about the guy who heated up his greenhouse with a wood stove?
No.
I posted it on the Outdoor People channel, the chat line thing.
Listen, I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, anything I see what has to do with what you guys do, I try to send it to you to show give you an idea what it looks like and everything. I think it's cool, and I think if you guys could figure out a way to make it work, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like a thermal mass stove, I think might work in a greenhouse.
Mine's working.
Well, I was talking about the more of like the clay version.
Yeah, but I still have to stoke it. I have to fire it, and I have to be there for it.
Yeah. But the thing is, you run it all day, then all night it'll keep things warm for the most of the night.
Yeah, like I said, I have to be there for it.
You have to nurse it and love it and hug it and squeeze it and never let it go.
Yes, George,
I
I can do
have to
that.
plug it in.
Plug it in.
Yeah, mine. I just got to plug it in.
Oh, yeah, but what if the power goes out?
Jason has to walk all the way to the socket.
Yep. No,
Well, are you going to make it solar panel charged in the future?
no. Like I said, it's good enough to hold the heat for several hours.
I understand this. What if you're in a severe power outage in the cold?
Then I have more
Have an
problems to
alternative
worry
way
about
of charging
than
it.
the greenhouse.
Huh?
Then I have more problems to worry about than the greenhouse.
That's true, but at least you know where your food's at if you keep it going.
Yeah, you eat it.
If it's ready to be harvested.
Yeah.
If it's like halfway there, you'd lose everything. But that's
growing.
Charles' chat, folks, not mine. But I think I'm going to end it here because I am beat. I've been up since before 5 o'clock this morning. So I am going to say thank you all for coming. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all this other fun stuff. Thank you to Rob and Jason for being here as my co-hosts. I really appreciate you guys. CR, thank you for coming. I know you were in here. Thank you for Howie. And I'm not sure who else. And Molly, obviously. And Jenny and Ian and everybody else who allows me to do this. And Rob, thank you, brother. Be well, be safe. Have a happy Veterans Day for those veterans out there who hear this. And I'll catch you on Thursday.
See you later.
Good night, everybody.
5, 4, 3, 2,